What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hops Geek News, your home for comic books, movies, TV shows, and today we're bringing you some peace because we are all about the Peacemaker today. We will be talking about Season 1, recapping it, getting you ready for this Wednesday's release of Peacemaker Season 2, to which we've seen the first 5 episodes. We can spoiler-free, but we're not going to talk about that today. If you want all of our spoiler-free thoughts and each week's recap and review, make sure you go ahead to nerdinitiative.com. That's where we did those. We were lucky enough to be able to get screeners for that. But we will talk about Season 2 once it's airing and everything and kind of go through episodes and things of that nature. But if you want our spoiler-free initial reactions, nerdinitiative.com is where you can find it. Everything else, Hops Geek News, podcasting, social media, come follow us, hang out with us. And that's where you can find us. Like I said, we are going to be doing Peacemaker Season 1, recapping it. And this is starring John Cena. This is Danielle Brooks, Jennifer Holland, Freddie Stroma, Steve Agee. They are the main cast of Season 1. And did you have something? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh, you look like you're holding it up your finger. I'm sorry. We had to restart.
I was like, we're ready to go. I'm excited.
We are, but yes.
That was misleading. That was on me.
The butterflies. I kind of forgot about the butterflies and all that kind of stuff, but we're into some real weird alien stuff. Kicking off with episode 1. Now, James Gunn has taken over. You will find out really quickly in Season 2 kind of what's canon and what's not canon. So things are a little bit different. After Superman, he can do whatever he wants. We're not going to recap the Suicide Squad. This is what was previously on. So the last time we saw all these characters together. So Amanda Waller introduces us to Christopher Smith, who was trained to kill by his father since he was born. Their Suicide Squad mission was to kill all evidence of Project Starfish, failure to follow orders, and the bomb in his head goes off. We know how it goes. He actually ends up killing Rick Flag Jr. in the process as the city was being attacked. You know, Peacemaker, what a joke. Excellent line. I personally loved Rick Flag Jr., so I'm still not over that death my own right. And the Suicide Squad wanted to save people. Amanda Waller said, nope, forget about it, and was about to explode their brains, but the guys in the chair knocked her out to help them. And Peacemaker kills as many people as he needs to achieve peace.
As one does.
I didn't expect to like Season 1 as much as I did. I wasn't sure about this character. We didn't really know anything about Peacemaker. Neither of us did before Season 1 aired.
Yeah, other than what we saw in Suicide Squad, but they didn't really focus on his character or how he became who he became in that. Right. So it was really nice because they really go into him. Like they do it so beautifully and like they show so emotion throughout the season, but they do it in an insanely ridiculous, hilarious, action-packed.
Have you ever wanted to see John Cena in whitey tighties? Because
oh my gosh, so much John Cena. Yeah, what's with the whitey tighties?
Well, okay, not for nothing too, but if you want to get your hands on a decent Peacemaker comic book run, all 5 issues are out now. Peacemaker and Eagly Vigilante, the double feature, it's out now, all 5 issues. And yeah, dude, wicked good run. Amazing run. There's a ton of creators. James Gunn was kind of over it, but Mitch Gerrits is on it. Tim Seeley. A lot of really good creators are on that. So if you want to read some comics on that, that's where you can kind of get more. It does take place kind of in the same.
Oh, that's right. It's connected. I keep forgetting that. I'm putting that on my to-do list to get
issue 5 is out. So it's a 5-issue mini run. Make sure you check it out. The first half is about Vigilante, who's trying to find Peacemaker. The second half is Peacemaker trying to go on vacation. So really ridiculous. But diving into episode 1, which is a whole new world. Peacemaker is still
not a world.
Okay, yes.
I just wanted emphasis. I wanted people to know we were not singing Aladdin.
A whole new
world.
Peacemaker still recovering from injuries he got in the Suicide Squad at the hospital. He gets discharged and can go home now. Even though he should probably go back to prison for superhero stuff, back at his sad little trailer house, he listens to a bunch of hilarious messages from Vigilante, played by Freddie Stroma. His trailer is suddenly surrounded, and he assumes he's going to be going back to prison as he was only 4 years into a 30-year sentence. They give him the option to work for them. Clemson Mern. Geez, I don't know.
Like
I had a
Mern, but with an
M.
I
had a moment of dyslexia where the R and the N was really close together.
Okay, I was going to say, wait, that wasn't a teleprompter issue.
Listen, I get my new eyeballs tomorrow, so I'm not quite seeing things in 4K yet. No big deal. I hope I come out with
sleeping in goggles tomorrow.
I know that they give me these clear goggles, and Carrie's not a fan. They remind her of
Carrie.
Yeah.
Sitting next to somebody with goggles on in the middle of the night is a little terrifying. I had an ex-boyfriend that did it, and in the middle of the night, I woke up. He was right there in the goggles. I'm like,
clear, weird goggles. Yeah, but at least I bought some cool looking. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Right now, Mern.
Reports directly to Amanda Waller, and Peacemaker killing Flag showed his loyalty. Harcourt and John were working for Amanda in Suicide Squad, and they're also on the team, along with Leota Adebayo, which we don't learn that until... Yeah, sorry. You're right. They tell him that the case is Project Butterfly. If he's not willing to kill the bad people called butterflies, he goes back to jail. So, of course, he's in. If he's not, off to his super toxic and racist dad's house, he goes to get Eagly, because that's what we do. Who hugs him when he sees him and grabs another helmet from his dad's villainy basement. Harcourt claims her and John got put on this project because they helped in Suicide Squad or Task Force X. After she said the giant starfish wasn't their problem, the new team meets up for dinner. Peacemaker shows up in full get-up. Peacemaker sees his crazy friend Adrian, who is vigilante, at dinner, because of course he works there, and Peacemaker gets his first mission. It's a senator,
dun, dun, dun.
Adebayo, who is actually Amanda Waller's daughter, and Peacemaker bond for a moment, tells her Mern, my lord, used to be a mercenary. Peacemaker sees Harcourt go into a bar and decides to join her, where she kicks the ass of a D-bag, rejects Peacemaker hitting on her. Peacemaker gets some from some psychopath, and then cut to Adebayo zooming with Waller, who she asks if they can loop the whole group in on what the real mission is. She says no, that she only trusts her and
only trusts her daughter.
Yeah. And then that's when we hear say goodnight, Mom, as Peacemaker enjoys the home of his recent bar hookup doing karaoke in his whitey tighties. Suddenly his hookup attacks him with a knife while growling and has some serious crazy strength. Flees through the window on, they're pretty high up. And she follows him, attacks. Peacemaker gets his helmet on, activates the sonic boom, and she explodes. That is quite the first episode to jump into this very different...
hell of an episode to jump in. I was fantastic.
It's, I loved it. So what were your thoughts? I know I loved having, Adebayo. I love her character.
I fell in love with her in Orange is the New Black. So I was
Danielle Brooks. Love her. Her and John Cena have a lot of really good chemistry, I think, too.
They do. They really do.
They're brother like and sister to me.
Yeah, like best friend kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, and you get a little bit more of that in season 2, but I mean, just seeing them together, I could sit there and watch them just have heart-to-heart conversations all the time. But Freddie Stroma for me is still like the best, because he's just so insanely just wacky.
All over the place.
He's so dumb, but I love it. He's
so
also
dumb.
Smart, and he's loyal at the same time.
Well, it's funny too, because it's Adrian Chase, and the only other Adrian Chase
from Arrow,
from Arrow, and he's
whatever,
he's a DA, and he's very important, and like he's take me very seriously. And then this guy's like, when I realized that was Adrian Chase, I'm like, okay, like I do need to do some comic book origin on that, because it's like these are just so totally different characters. But also Peacemaker originally in the comics was not a goofball. So it's interesting, and neither was, Deadpool. But
that is a good point. Yeah. But see, episode 1, I thought it was very violent.
Fantastic.
And we saw, Suicide Squad, James Gunn's, they got pretty violent and things like that. But to this, I mean, it's DC. We're thinking comic books. They're not going to get too crazy. But then there's Peacemaker picking up basically some lot lizard from the bar, and we get some really bloody action, and it set the tone for the season.
Well, and they got to do this. I mean, this is rated R, basically. It's on HBO.
Oh, yeah.
They drop the F word constantly. Like, they use all sorts of fun, bad words. So,
the
it's
Disney
definitely...
logo.
Figment back here. I'll cut earmuffs. But yeah, I think they're having a lot more fun because they have a lot more freedom with this. And they
James Gunn can do whatever the hell he wants, as he should be allowed to do.
Just give him the keys to the kingdom at this point.
Really?
And I think that's kind of what it seems like they're doing.
Yeah. Why don't you take us into episode 2?
So episode 2, Best Friends for Never. We kick right off with Peacemaker still in his whitey tighties, and he's calling Harcourt to tell him about his crazy metahuman hookup, to which Harcourt calls a butterfly. She immediately is like, it's a butterfly. So Peacemaker goes back to the apartment to get his clothes and some other cool shit from her apartment, the recent hookup that he just exploded. Well, some of the team starts to show up, but so do the cops. And keep in mind, this is on a, no cops allowed. This is undercover.
Yeah, the cops, nobody needs to know, man.
So they need to try and escape. So Peacemaker manages to escape after hiding in a couple's apartment, where the wife really wants to have her way with Peacemaker. Meanwhile, her husband's right there, and he is not all about that. Harcourt is then tranking a bunch of cops, which was very helpful. John frames Peacemaker's dad so that Peacemaker doesn't go to jail. But that's okay, because his dad is a racist.
Yeah, he's a member of the Klan, dude.
Well, and they try to figure out who's feeding butterflies info. Like, how did this hookup know? So Harcourt's trashing Waller and blaming her as they're trying to figure out who the spy is. And of course, Adebayo's hearing this and they don't know she's her mom. And she's hearing all these things they're saying about her mom. So she's starting to see, what kind of person is my mom? So meanwhile, Peacemaker taunts John, calling him Diebeard. That's John Economos. He's constantly calling him Diebeard and teasing him. So it turns out the butterfly he hooked up with actually saw a file on the Senate about the senator that Peacemaker had with him.
Oh my God.
So he was in the bathroom peeing and she finds the thing and she's like, sees what's going on. And so it was just, I guess, a coincidence, which is when she turns on him. So he goes back to his trailer and Peacemaker is playing the records he actually stole from his hookup. And he starts crying about everyone hating him. And it's really sad. And then Vigilante shows up in the window. Not knowing Vigilante is the guy from the restaurant. He does not know the two are the same person yet. Do we know that yet? I feel like we should know that by then.
I thought we did.
The voice is pretty distinct, but he doesn't know that yet. So not knowing Vigilante is the guy from the restaurant, Peacemaker catches him up on how he got out of jail, while Vigilante tells him they're best friends. Then they go to blow up some appliances in the woods as best friends do.
Of course.
Meanwhile, Adebayo then goes and bribes the couple to finger Peacemaker's dad and to not finger Peacemaker. Although the girl might do that later. I think that's next episode. So he gets arrested for killing the butterfly that Peacemaker off. So dad's in jail for Peacemaker, for Chris. That's also
yes.
Chris. So if we say Chris or Peacemaker or John Cena, there's a lot of names. Then we see Peacemaker and the wife and Vigilante. Oh, it is in this episode. So the wife and Peacemaker and Vigilante have a little fun together.
Yes, they do.
Then the dead butterfly's weird lamp-looking thing opens up into something else. Find out it is a mini little spaceship. We end with the dad, aka the White Dragon, back in prison where his loyal followers quickly bend the knee.
And, Robert Patrick plays it really well because, he's always played a villain. He's always played a villain well, too, because he was in Terminator 2. But this, he's just, God, you really fully believe that, hey, man, this guy,
a horrible human being.
Oh, my God, it is terrible. But again, it's interesting because Peacemaker tries so hard to be a hero. And no matter what he does, it's kind of goes against that. But also he just believes in killing in the name of peace, whatever that may mean. And yeah, if it's not clear by now too, Peacemaker, Chris, he goes both ways, which who cares, but he's very much just down to get some at any time. So as you will see very often throughout the show. Yeah.
Well, and I think because when I'm doing these recaps, I'm giving the important information you need to know to, I assume, enjoy the next season. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen in the next season. But
a refresher.
So yeah, this is just to refresh your recollection. But there's so much dialogue in between that's so fun. And I'm watching these on fast forward so I can get through them and write all my notes. But like there were times I just
you want to watch some of these. It's good. It sucks you in.
And so one of the things I wanted to say about the racist dad, him and the Asian cop go back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
And she's hilarious with her comebacks with him. Like he calls her chopsticks, so she calls him a fork. It's just like, and it's like that first it's like, wait, what? Oh, that's funny. That makes sense. And she's really clever and witty with her comebacks because he's not only a racist, he's also a misogynist.
Oh yeah, so the guy is awful.
Laying into her, and she's so quick with the comebacks and just all of it. There's just so much phenomenal back and forth between all the characters.
Yeah. And now episode 3, Better Goff Dead. No, not Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. Okay. NFC North fans, but Peacemaker brings the strange thing spaceship to the team while Vigilante stalks them because he wants to help. But really, he's also just awful at being discreet. Back to trying to kill the senator who they believe is a butterfly. They're not sure if the wife and kids are as well. So they tell Peacemaker he's going to have to kill everybody. Which is kind of messed up if you ask me. He doesn't like the idea of killing kids, nor should he, which is...
Like, I'll kill anyone, men, women, and children, but not kids. Kids?
The senator has a bodyguard, enter Judo Master. Oh my God, Judo Master is a trip. Loves his flaming hot Cheetos as well. But
he does.
As they stake out the senator's place, Peacemaker and Harcourt bond a little bit. They then see the entire family creepily eating because they're all butterflies. Peacemaker still can't kill the kids, so Vigilante steps in. He takes everybody out except for the Papa Bear because Judo Master shows up and he just really kicks their ass, okay?
Oh, their ass.
Peacemaker and Vigilante get tied up. The butterfly senator gets ready to torture them, and Harcourt and the others find them. Since Peacemaker's still brain tagged, the senator rips off Vigilante's mask, makes a lot of faces so nobody can recognize him. Then the torture begins. The senator by the way, that's a hilarious scene because everybody knows it's him and he's just oh my God.
What are you doing? This way he can't pinpoint me in a lineup.
The senator wants to know who sent them and why. John hits little judo master with his car and captures him, and Peacemaker breaks free of the torture and offs the Senator Butterfly just as the rest of the team tries to get in. Vigilante and Peacemaker see a butterfly fly to the senator's face that was also exploded, yes, while the map of suspected butterflies shows the problem is worldwide. Yes, it's a large-scale problem.
When we say John, we'll be referring to Economos.
Economos, yeah.
We will not say it referring
We're going to solve Chris Smith or Peacemaker. If we say John, it's Economos because, Steve G.
We don't need to confuse the situation anymore.
The Chode Less Traveled. Ooh, what happens in this episode?
So, in The Chode Less Traveled, Peacemaker catches up the group, and Peacemaker tells them he killed the butterfly, but really he has him in a jar at home, and his name is Goff. The group decides to keep Vigilante because they are like, what else do we do with him? We don't want him to talk. Let's just keep him around. Adebayo is, of course, struggling with the fact that she actually couldn't kill the Secret Service guy because she's never killed anyone, and Harcourt is giving her crap about it, but she ended up doing it. That was a Secret Service guy that came out that was for
Well, I mean, she kind of got the job because of her mom and everything like that. So she wasn't there to really kill. She was supposed to just kind of be paperwork and things.
I think she was really just a spy for mom. That's her
Amanda Waller was not using her daughter for good, come on, at all.
No. I mean, I do think she loves her daughter. But,
but it's Amanda Waller at the same time.
All right, so Vigilante and Peacemaker go off on their own, and Vigilante thanks Peacemaker for letting him get tortured because he almost lost his pinky toe, which he first thinks is the most important toe, but it's not really the most important toe.
Big toe.
They then pull up to Peacemaker's dad's house for another helmet. On the TV inside, the news is talking about a gorilla that was stolen from the zoo. Peacemaker then takes a bunch of the helmets and then gets into an argument with the neighbor about Batman and how Batman is a hero because he has villains. But that's because he doesn't actually kill them. Meanwhile, Peacemaker has no villains because all his villains are 6 feet under.
He makes but he makes some really good points. Okay, just saying,
fantastic points.
How many people has Batman let die because he won't kill Joker?
Exactly. The neighbor then tells him that his dad is in jail. I like that the neighbor sounds like, man, I was just trying to have a conversation with you.
I know.
Peacemaker is none too pleased that they got his dad arrested, and he goes to visit his, again, very racist dad. I keep emphasizing that.
He still loves his dad, despite his dad absolutely hating his guts and being a member of the Klan.
It's really sad. So Vigilante actually suggests killing the dad because he's so racist. The dad has a heart-to-heart and tells Peacemaker he should have slit his throat after he came out of his mom and that he's going to rat him out. However, he said it in a much grosser way from describing the day that Peacemaker was born. So Vigilante gets himself arrested so he can kill Peacemaker's dad, and little Judo Master escapes because remember they have him like tied up at their... Not their, well, I guess it's their hideout. Sure, we'll call it their hideout. Vigilante's plan does not work. And it's actually really sad because then he's like, I think I made it worse to Adebayo. And she's like, it's okay. We'll figure it out. So the team gets Vigilante out of jail. Judo Master is tied back up. Peacemaker gets the little butterfly high with a shotgun. And Myrn watches Lethal Weapon. Adebayo then ignores her wife's calls. And Harcourt picks up Adrian Chase, a.k.a. the Vigilante, from jail. Oh, it was Harcourt. And she's like, we'll figure it out. That was not a
Yeah.
I remember that incorrectly. Which was sweet because Harcourt's very badass and has a hard shell. And you see her get a little more...
She gets softer with the team because they really do become like that family throughout the season.
Yeah. All right. And that's when he says he made things worse. So we end with a flashback of World's Worst Dad making Peacemaker torture someone, which he clearly did not want to do. Then we see a flashback of... Rick Flag dying at the hands of Peacemaker, and then a flashback of Peacemaker's brother dying as a kid. So he's replaying these terrible things that he did that he really didn't want to do, but both of them he did because he was told to. He didn't mean to kill his dad, but he didn't mean to kill his brother.
Well, yeah, they were fighting. His dad was making them fight and everything. Yeah.
Right. So Adebayo actually makes a butterfly connection. She finds like a key card with the same company on 2 different of like the victims. So she makes a connection and she calls Myrn. And then we see Myrn is a butterfly.
Yeah. Old Myrn. Monkey Dory. We kick off episode 5 with a very sad Christopher Smith, aka Peacemaker, due to everything with his dad and his team. Myrn catches the team up about what butterflies are and that they are taking over powerful people. A specific non-Earth food has been found at all of the butterfly deaths. They think that they found a company that connects them, so they're going to go check it out. Meanwhile, the White Dragon tells the 2 detectives he didn't kill the girl they arrested him for. He tells them his son did it. They reprint him, sees the prints were a lie, so they go back to the witnesses, and the husband immediately spills the beans. They get Oof, tough. They get to the business. Glenn Ty and the Peacemaker activates his X-ray helmet, sees all the employees with butterflies in their helmets. He starts to shoot them, to which Harcourt finds a ton of the butterfly food. As one butterfly is dying, he says, "You're friends with Charlie. They won't last long." The butterfly then called Charlie their guardian angel. While we know Myrn is a butterfly, they still do not at this time. It's not just butterflies there. The missing gorilla shows up as well. John, a.k.a. Economos, a.k.a. Diebird, runs in and kills the gorilla with a chainsaw.
That was the teleprompter error.
Ridiculous.
Yes, kills him with a chainsaw. That Vigilante really wanted to use. It felt like a scene with like Dean wanting to use like their grenade launcher, and they're like, no.
And Sam uses it instead.
Right? Yeah,
Suddenly, this is when John earns Peacemaker's forgiveness and respect. The team then has a very nice bonding moment. While the team was killing butterflies and obviously a gorilla, Myrn got a guy to make sure that White Dragon stays in jail. He then tells the detective who found out the truth to take a well-deserved rest. So the detectives go to a judge to get a search warrant. It happens to be the female detective's uncle. Adebayo and Peacemaker then have a beer, a heart-to-heart, because I love when those two get to have those. She then plants Peacemaker's fake diary in his place. This was an order by her mom, Amanda Waller. Waller wanted this to happen to have Peacemaker take the rap for all of the murders the team is committing, so the world doesn't learn about the butterfly plan. And of course, Adebayo was not happy about it. Back at the office, Adebayo puts on the X-ray helmet and sees that Myrn is a butterfly, to which he attacks. I loved the different helmets. That was not something I was expecting, but I do love how they did all of that. And then everybody's having a good time and she puts on the helmet, and then he's a butterfly, which is pretty rad. But man, it really sucks that, again, Amanda Waller had her up to no good. Amanda Waller is going to do what Amanda Waller does, and it's nothing good ever.
No, it's not. So I loved how they ended this with Myrn attacking, because we're like, oh crap, Myrn's attacking, like he's a butterfly.
Obviously he's a butterfly. He's going to try to kill her, and then hit to black.
Yep. So episode 6, Myrn after reading. Myrn says he's not going to hurt Adebayo. He's immediately like, I'm not going to hurt you. Harcourt walks up, and turns out she had actually already figured all this out. Myrn then explains what's going on. His planet was dying, so they came to Earth. They tried to live peacefully, and then the leader decided to take over people and therefore try to take over the world. This Myrn, butterfly, took over the actual Myrn to try and stop the invasion, and he explains he hates it because the body he overtook, that person, was absolutely terrible. But this Myrn butterfly, because they never name his butter. Oh, he says he has a name, but you wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
They never like give it to us.
It's like he says it, but it's like neek doc. It was gibberish.
Right.
So
he wants to save the world, to which Economo knows, but pretends he doesn't.
He literally sticks his fingers in his ears and he's like, la, 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 I don't know. So they tell her Waller does not know, though, because she cannot be trusted, but they need to move quick before the cow. So the cow is important. So meanwhile, Peacemaker talks to a classroom of kids, and somebody asks him about his origin story. We then get a flashback to when he accidentally killed his brother. And then August Smith, a.k.a. the White Dragon, gets out of jail courtesy of this judge. The captain Myrn hired, however, is not very happy. And the detectives intend to go after Christopher Smith, a.k.a. Peacemaker, because, he's the one that actually killed that girl.
Yeah.
August, a.k.a. Augie, a.k.a. White Dragon, Peacemaker's dad, then decides he wants to kill his son. He's like, I'm doing that once and for all. I'm done. Turns out the butterfly Peacemaker is Goff, the leader. So the evil leader. So this is the head honcho here. So as the detectives go to arrest Peacemaker, the captain alerts Myrn. So during this time, Peacemaker's trying to communicate with Goff after she draws a peace sign on the jar she's in. As he's arguing with Vigilante about how they should communicate with Goff, because they're like 1 knock, 2 knocks, and then Vigilante's asking absolutely absurd questions. He misses the heads-up call about the detectives coming. So they call Vigilante to get a hold of Peacemaker. Fortunately, he does answer, but his trailer is already surrounded. So Peacemaker, Vigilante, Goff, and Eagly escape through the skylight, which I didn't even know that trailers could have. So it's pretty fancy.
Yeah, I guess it's like a camper. They tend to have those in like the bathroom.
Okay. To air it out.
Lauren's never gone camping ever, so.
I've camped at Disney World. So, but of course the cops find the fake diary as intended. So as the boys are hiding in a tree, Vigilante falls out acting like a fool. The jar breaks and Goff takes over the lead detective, which is the Asian lady that is hilarious. So it's kind of sad. I really liked her. So the boys run, but they do get surrounded. The captain that Myrn hired then kills a cop and tells the boys there's a car waiting. Goff is now on her mission. The captain gets the diary and alerts Mern's team. So Peacemaker tells them, what are you talking about? I don't have a diary. He's like, if I had a diary, we call it a journal. We call it a diary. But he tells them that Goff actually got out and he's now inside of the Asian lady cop. So Peacemaker tells Mern, I wish I could, what was her name? Sophie, I think her name was. So Peacemaker tells Mern his cop buddy shot 2 cops, and one of which was unconscious, which he felt a little uncomfortable with, which Mern looked actually very concerned about as well. Now the team thinks they found where the butterflies are making their food. If they take out the food, they take out the butterflies.
True.
Peacemaker knows he's in the dark, but nobody will actually tell him the truth. He's like, what's going on? I know you guys are hiding something from me. So we then see Goff in front of a ton of those tiny little spaceships, and they're all full of butterflies. So while the White Dragon has his clan friends over, the Goff brings all her butterflies to take over the entire police station. Mern's guy gets butterflied, and even some of the prisoners get butterflied. So now we got Nazis and butterflies.
Army. Oh my God.
Some are both. Now that the captain is the butterfly, the fake diary becomes public and shows that Peacemaker believes the world is being invaded by aliens, and that's why he's killed all those people. So now he is enemy number 1, and they must stop him by any means necessary.
Ooh, which takes us to Stop Dragging My Heart Around. Judo Master is missing. The Nazis and butterfly cops are after Peacemaker, so him, Vigilante, and John decide to go find this cow that helps make their butterfly food. Harcourt figured out that Adebayo planted the diary, to which Adebayo explains Peacemaker was the patsy the whole time. Harcourt learns that Adebayo is Waller's daughter, which Mern knew, and he tells the girls to stop fighting to let's go. As Economos, Peacemaker, and Vigilante set off on their mission. White Dragon flies into their truck.
Literally flies.
Yeah, he's got his own suit, of course. The boys then flee. Cops invade the hotel the team is staying at, and while the Nazis were tracking Peacemaker's helmet, they tie it to a raccoon. Cops kill Mern, and his butterfly flies out, to which Goff kills it. R.I.P. in peace, buddy. But not before he tells Harcourt it is Adebayo to finish the mission. Suddenly, Judo Master shows up and attacks the girls. Adebayo tases him. Then the Nazis catch up to the boys, and it's Peacemakers versus the White Dragon, son versus father. Not quite your version of Luke versus Darth Vader. However, it's a lot more violent. Now,
August isn't coming back from the dark
side.
Yeah. He has Peacemaker, no good in him.
He ends up Peacemaker, while his dad's sitting there, helmet off, calling all sorts of names. Peacemaker shoots him in the head, man. He kills him. It's a very emotional moment. Eagly ends up needing to go to the vet as more emotions pour out of Peacemaker. Eagly wakes up, gives him a hug. Adebayo sees this, and we get a flashback to her not believing Eagles can do that. She sees it as a miracle, so decides to stick around. Harcourt is the new leader of the team. They're all back together. It's time to go. She catches everybody up on what they think the cow is. Kill the cow, kill the butterflies, save the cheerleader, save the world. Butterflies are actually onto them, though. They know it. They plan to teleport the cow, so now it's a race to get the cow. Last scene is we get a glimpse of the cow, and it's just a giant, sad-looking alien, man. Just a big old
he's
sad.
The real victim, or I guess it's she if they're milking it.
They're just
milk anything with
cow.
kids.
That's true. I got nipples, Fokker. Can you milk me?
Episode 8, it's cow or never.
Oh.
So Adebayo tries to apologize, but Peacemaker is not having it. He's pissed, and rightfully so. Adebayo tells Waller / her mom there are a ton more butterflies than expected, and she asks her to call in the Justice League or some kind of help. Yeah. They tried to get Eagly to put the sonic boom helmet on top of the building that was housing the cow, but instead they lost it. As they look for the helmet, Peacemaker starts talking to his dead dad, so he's actually seeing his dad. But they do find the helmet. They kill a security butterfly guard and give Economos the uniform so they can sneak the sonic boom helmet in. After Peacemaker rinses it off in the stream because the guy he said something along the lines of like, here's the dark, dirty truth about killing people. Sometimes they like shit their pants before after they die. It's like, it's not all, it was funny how he phrased it. Like, it's,
yeah, right.
We like to take, it's not all glorified killing. Okay. So Economos sneaks in, sees the cow and freaks out and drops the helmet. As he tries to leave, one of the butterflies finds the helmet and they attack. As the team tries to set off the sonic boom helmet, it goes off and they all start running toward the cow. They're like, oh crap, what's going on? Then activate the boom again. It's got 3 to 4 booms in it. And they do it again until the building starts caving in around the cow. One last boom, and the team is like, let's go finish this. Harcourt and John get injured, so Adebayo goes in. Meanwhile, Peacemaker is pulled out of the rubble by Goff, who actually tries to get Peacemaker to join her. Goff then tries to get Peacemaker to help move the cow because the butterflies actually made a vow to protect this earth because it is on the same path of self-destruction that their planet was on. Oh. Goff then thanks him for showing her kindness when she was in the jar at his place and asks him to help save Earth. Peacemaker then activates the human torpedo helmet, which Adebayo is wearing, and it causes her to crash into the belly of the cow.
I loved that scene. It's so ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous, but it kills the cow and it kills Goff, or the lady Goff is inside of. So as the team limps back together, Peacemaker picks up an unconscious Harcourt, and as they walk away, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Flash, and Aquaman show up late. To which Peacemaker says, "Go F another fish, a-hole." And then Aquaman says, "I'm so sick of that rumor." And then Barry says, "It's not a rumor." And then Aquaman says, "F you, Barry." So while everyone gets patched up, Adebayo and Peacemaker, they do make up. They have a heart-to-heart and they make up. And then she tells the public about Project Butterfly and that the diary was fake. She explains dangerous criminals are being used by the government to do dirty work by the inmates in exchange for their freedom. And she says her mom is in charge of these inmates. After a few days, Harcourt wakes up in the hospital, and Chris is there to hold her hand. John goes back to Belle Reve as an employee, and Judo Master sees all the dead butterflies and cries. Because they actually explained to him what was going on. So he was actually a human willing to help to try to save Earth. Goff shows up as a butterfly at the trailer, and Peacemaker gives her the last of the nectar he has. Then Peacemaker sits on the porch with the vision of his dead dad, while Eagly is hunting and the butterfly is eating.
Yeah.
The end.
End of Act 1. Because it's just unfortunate. They do go through a lot of stuff too. I mean, Harcourt pretty much gets knocked out, and there was like allusions to her and Peacemaker kind of having a thing, but I do like how ultimately all the cast has a lot of chemistry together. Overall, a very solid season. It was funny that we did get to see Aquaman and Barry, and that was like our first, whoa, we got the Justice League, to which none of that matters anymore.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, are they going to make any of this still canon? I doubt it. That's Lobo now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do find out in episode 1 what is canon and what's not. Not going to say anything, but season 2, episode 1 answers things right away and kind of makes it clear in a just interesting way. So be on the lookout for that.
We're going to get Mandela affected.
Pretty much.
We got a nod to that in this with the Berenstein Bears when they were killing the senator's family. They're like, Papa Bear's out. And they're like, Berenstein. It's Berenstein.
Do you have any final thoughts of Peacemaker season 1? I know this is kind of a shorter episode, but we just wanted to recap you guys before season 2 drops this week and refresh your memories. That's really what it is, man.
Yes, but if you do have time, go back and rewatch it because it is so hilarious. Yeah. And there were so many funny scenes that I completely forgot. So many pop culture references, so many just off-the-wall arguments that it's like, it's got a great story. It's got a lot of heart.
The music is also really good, too. I like the music and the classic rock because that's a Peacemaker's MO, right? And then, I mean, there's a lot of really just well-written moments between characters, and all the actors and actresses, they really kill it and they do a really good job. And especially, John Cena does a great job of showing those emotions and just becoming Peacemaker. I really loved
range,
that. Yeah. Seeing all that. And then I loved Freddie Stroma's character at the same time. Vigilante's just that goofball. So yeah, if you have time, man, make time to go watch this. The first season's on HBO Max, season 2, August 21st out. Make sure you go do that. And then look for our spoiler-free thoughts on nerdinitiative.com. And then we're going to kind of be talking about the season, but next week we're going to be back to school for a lot of kids, man. So we're going to talk about a classic, Billy Madison. But aside from that, oh my God, the 30th anniversary of Billy Madison. Yes, the kids are all getting back to school, which means we're going to revisit that movie for its 30th anniversary. But also we've been recapping Supernatural. Last week we also didn't finish up. I'm sorry. We are getting ready to finish up season 12. Thank God we can move on from the British Men of Letters soon. So be on the lookout for those. If you're into Supernatural, we got something for you. And then, guys, God dang, August is like over, man. I'm sorry.
It's not. Oh God.
You got me looking in the future, so now my brain's like, oh God, my life is done. I'm dead.
I had a lot of Halloween stuff. I gotta order Horror Night tickets.
I know. Gary's asking me, what's the theme for Halloween this year? I don't.
Oh, Brielle. And so my 13-year-old and her friends are doing Scooby-Doo. And I'm like, oh, can Dad and I be Sam and Dean then? And she's like, well, that's weird. They're brothers.
Can I be Shaggy?
So yeah, we should make a Scooby Natural thing.
But because I'm coming like right before Halloween, so I definitely feel like we should dress up as supernatural characters somehow. Or is there a Halloween part? Or are we having I feel like
you have to run. You're ruining the fun by running, by being healthy. Can't stay up late.
I'll stay up late. I'll be all right. Halloween party sounds awesome because then we can dress as the Winchesters.
I already have the Dean costume.
I want
I mean, it's really just a flannel and the
I
Samulet.
will gladly dress as Sam Winchester. No matter what, I think we should dress as the Winchesters because it's Halloween weekend, and I think that would be awesome.
Well, it also depends on how hot it is. It could be really hot.
I hope not. Please, God, no. If I'm running, no, God, no.
This is the same weekend you were here last year, and it was really hot.
It was, but all right, guys. Make sure you go.
We're gonna do some fun Halloween.
We're gonna do some good stuff. Yes,
and Matt's gonna run 13 miles.
Yay! And then we're gonna drink more beers. Yay!
Yeah.
And then it's perfect. It's awesome. So Hopsgeek News. That's where you can find us. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers. Peace.